Ugandan men, I feel like the whole thing of getting married is like I
Just have a
market
woman.
to just have a woman who is at home washing my clothes, taking care of the kids, getting me clean, cooking my food. It's like you
have
got
a
yourself
maid.
a maid.
When Joanne watches football with me, by the way, she'll come and we'll watch
Man, you, I have to go through the heartache, the emotional trauma.
It's a very hard thing for me to do, to understand the emotions of Joanne sometimes
But
because
also, Josh, like you don't see, you see.
yeah,
good
I'm
in
very
everything. Yeah.
pragmatic. Common sense is my common sense.
Logic.
But God gave us a helper, and a lot of women are getting frustrated because the man is not doing nothing. So the woman cannot walk in her position of helping because there's nothing to help. Money that a man has is not yours. This is not an opinion.
Josh.
I'm saying facts right here. The money.
You talk to me. Like women, we want the good life.
Yes.
But we're also not afraid to get our hands dirty and
A
work.
Proverbs
There's no
31
joy
woman.
there.
I want a Proverbs 31 woman, and the woman.
There's no joy.
The Proverbs 31 is like, where's
and
my
even
husband?
if you're a woman, you cannot lie to me. There is no joy in that. Love that has money. I would rather cry in a Range Rover. Hey guys, it's us again, your favorite people. And last week we talked about 10 things that women should not do to their husbands, and this time we are putting the ball in the court.
Come on,
of the
bring
men.
it on.
And so I'm here to listen and judge.
Let's do it. I'm excited about this one because Joanne is gonna grade me, and we're gonna see if she's a fair grader or not. Or she's one of those.
I told you I give +9.
Okay. Now let's see.
So if I give you 8, you know you're negative.
But no, I have to get 10, 10 just to get 1.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, let's get into it. The first thing we're talking about, a man should always do. What is it? A man should always be working. That is one of the best things that a man should do for his wife on so many different levels. What do you think about that?
Working, whatever that is, I think the best way that you're putting it is a man should always be providing, right? Is it synonymous?
This is what I believe. Okay, I believe a man should yes
are you working if you're
provide.
not providing?
Oh no. Working is yes. You have to be. What if you're working and you're not making money yet?
Okay, I see. But
You understand?
working towards something.
Yeah, working towards
building.
something for your wife.
Family.
A man who is not working is a man that is not growing. A man who is not growing is a man that is not a man. He is a boy. Because God has called us to grow, to develop. And the Bible teaches us that He put us on this planet to work it, to work it, we have to be working on something. So if you find a man that is not working and you're in a relationship with him, man, you're gonna be frustrated.
Yeah. And the men who want things easy, they just send, they want to boss people around, they don't want to get in and get dirty, they don't know what they've been called to, deal here, deal there. These days, you hear everyone is like deal. That's how Kampala people are getting money. Deal this, deal that. Stealing money from people like deals. Deal. They're dealing. I'm just gonna launder money or steal from
or
this
even
one.
betting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's this deal, this one. It's never like hustling and building something sustainable. It's deal this, deal that. You gotta run.
You know, we're called to be responsible with our finances, and which we're gonna get into it because the money that a man has is not yours. This is not an opinion.
Gosh.
This is not an opinion. I'm saying facts right here. The money.
You talk to me.
The money
That I
have
Okay.
is not mine.
Oh, I thought you were saying the money that you have is not mine.
No. See how you're thinking? No,
Yeah.
the
You
money
said
that
it's
I
not
have.
yours. You said the money that he has is not yours.
Yeah, the money that you have as a man
Okay.
is not yours as a man. It is for your family. This is the price of what you mean to get married because God has called us to be providers. So you have to take care of your family before you take care of yourself. Once you're taking care of your family, then yeah, you can spend some money on yourself. But your family's needs have to be met first.
Wow. Yeah.
But sometimes someone will come and say, if I need to be taken care of first so that I can take care of, that's a lie.
Blessed is a woman whose man works.
I'm telling you, if if a man is working, the wife is going to be happy, and she's going to be able to sustain some kind of gratitude, some life in the household.
But even more, because us women want to, support something that I think even more if you're doing something that the Lord purposed you for, is even more exciting, whether you're making money from it yet or not yet. But when we see a man working toward the thing that God has called him to do, amazing.
It is not in there. That's why God, I said this before, but God gave us a helper. And a lot of women are getting frustrated because the man is not doing nothing. So the woman cannot walk in her position of helping because there's nothing to help.
You just have so much that you have your
she's
hands
becoming
in.
frustrated because she has been built to assist, to help. But if you're not doing anything, she's going to get upset at you. When she sees you on TV, she's going to get upset. You're watching football, and for her, she sees you enjoying life. How can you be watching football when we are not moving? Like, she feels the frustration. Why? Because you're just sitting there. You're watching movies, you're not progressing. I'm not even talking about men's, because the people that work, but maybe you're in the same job for 10 years and you haven't gone up. Like, you're in the same place for 5 years and you're comfortable. You're not pursuing anything. You're not growing. She's going to get frustrated because she's a grower. She's a nurturer. That's what they call her.
She wants her kids to be great. She wants them to have women, we want the good life.
Yes.
But we're also not afraid to get our hands dirty and work. So when she sees you watching, so it's like, what do you not get?
Where's the hustle?
Where's the hustle?
Where are you leading us to?
Yeah.
There's a security issue in her heart. She has a lack of trust in you and your capability to lead her in the right direction. So that comes across as frustration when she's nagging, when she's complaining, when she's saying, hey, you're not helping me out. But really the fundamental issue is not all that. The fundamental issue is a lack of trust. She's like, are you really gonna lead me to the place that you told me?
And I see this when people say, love that has money. I would rather cry in a Range Rover.
No, they say money can't buy happiness, but I'd rather cry in a mansion.
Yeah, because they're like, love, the rich love is sweet. Because let me tell you something. When a woman has to, yes, Proverbs 30 woman, but when a woman has to solely get down and dirty and work and hustle by herself,
the Proverbs 31 woman had a man.
There's no happiness there.
Do you understand that? The Proverbs 31 woman had a man, and a man of substantial influence and character. He was one of the great men guarding the city gates. The people knew him. He was a man of influence, and in terms, so was his wife. She was also a woman of influence. She was
gave
doing
her
things.
purpose,
Yeah,
yes.
she was so. But if it's a woman doing all this Proverbs 31, and you're just there, and you say, I want a Proverbs 31 woman.
There's no joy there.
I want a Proverbs 31 woman, and the woman.
There's no joy.
The Proverbs 31 is like, where's my
husband? And
husband?
even if you're a woman, you cannot lie to me. There is no joy in that.
In hustling by yourself.
Joy in that. Anyway, next point.
Yeah.
I'll
So
give
that
you
was number one.
I'll give you.
Man must
I'll be
always
nice.
work.
I'll give you 11.
You give me 11,
Yeah.
so that's a 2.
No, that was a joke. But
Yeah, I know.
I'll give you 11 out of 10.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me just say this. It might not have to produce results, but it's about the ethic, the work ethic. Like, you're doing something. Eventually, God will put the fruit there. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to be hustling on something. You understand what I'm saying? So someone who's working but there's no money yet, yeah, but the woman will be there to support him. Like you see Pastor Eve. When they got married with my dad, they were very poor. But she saw the work ethic. And she's like, this man loves God, this man fears God, and he works this hard. There's no way he can be a failure. Let me come.
Still is
Let me
one
come.
Of the hardest working. Actually,
Pastor
the hardest
Sinyoga
working man.
Yeah, I've never seen. Every day it's a grind, and it goes out.
The hardest working
It's the
man
best example.
I've ever seen, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. Papa, we love you.
Yeah.
By the way, we're going to bring PJ on this program. He's going to sit here on this couch, and we're going to interview him.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, point number 2.
Yeah. You don't.
Yeah, but remember, you're going to help me. That's why you're a helper, right? That's why you're a helper. Number
Passive
2.
in leadership.
Passive in leadership. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Number 2.
Number two
two.
is being passive in leadership. The Bible teaches us the man is the head, and as Christ is the head of the church, the man should be the head of the household. The woman flows from the head. Everything that
From the head to
everything that goes on in a marriage, in a family, has to come from the husband. And so when you find passive leaders, these are men who lack responsibility. These are men
What does
who,
passive leadership look like?
well, passive leadership is deferring decisions.
You don't
Hey,
make decisions.
what are we doing? I don't know. Whatever you want to
You
do.
do what you want to do.
Hey, what are we gonna do here? I don't know. What school should we take the kids? I don't know. You make a decision on that. Hey, should we invest in this? Should we save the money? It's okay. You go ahead and make. You are just being there passively.
It's the woman who has to make the decision. What are the kids? What do they need? Who is gonna be their doctor? Who's gonna? Where are we going? What are we doing? How is this being done? Everything
Is on the
is
woman's
on
head
the woman's head.
instead of the man's head. Your job is not to have her
And
making
Bambi,
those
sometimes
decisions.
those women can look like outside like they're controlling, but they're really just trying to
Frustrated.
get things together in the home. So they look like they're the ones, they're the man in the home. And from outside people looking in, it doesn't look good on their part because others think, oh, she's just a controlling
But
woman.
the thing about it is, she was not doing that.
And
Where would
where
the
would the
people,
people
where would the
be?
family be? Where would the children be? So
Yeah.
you find women who have to step up
Yeah.
and be the wife and the husband.
Yeah.
So she has to come home and clean and
Yeah.
cook and do all this
Yeah.
work, and at the same time she has to sit in the office of the father. So she's being responsible for the man's treatment and not getting the honor of the man. She's being the wife and the husband,
But
and
not
getting the
getting the
duties
privileges.
and of the duties of the wife and no privileges of the husband. So all of this is on hand. So what does it make? It makes an ugly woman, nasty. The character comes, because that's not the position she's been
Yeah.
called to lead. A woman should be comfortable, sit down and say, "My man's got it." That's my challenge for you. Can your wife say, "My man's got it"?
And so they don't enjoy their marriage. They're literally just, they hate it. They don't actually consider it a marriage. It's like, I have to work for my kids. I have to move. It's like, let's
I have
go.
to provide
Let's
for the
move.
household. I have to do this.
Let's
I have to do
move.
this. And maybe not. Let's forget. Someone is making a lot of money, and all he does is give the wife money. Here's your 5 million every month. You take care of the house, making those decisions, take the kids where they want to go, and he doesn't think about how things are going. I think that's also wrong, because there needs to be a decision. How do you want to raise your kids?
When we women, we want to see the leadership. We want to see the power, not like, oh, this
Controlling.
is not dictatorship. Absolutely not. But we want to see, like, okay, this is what the Lord has said about this family. This is the direction we are taking. This is where I'm going to take my wife right now. I can see she's a little distressed. I'm going to take the decision that I'm going to relieve her of the responsibilities for now, that we can, like, I have the capacity, number one, because I have been working. And number two, I am the leader for this home, so I know
where
what's
God
best.
is taking us.
Thank you. I know what's best for my wife, and I know what's best for my children.
Come on.
And in this time right now, my family needs to rest. My family needs to do that. Let me tell you, this also comes in with like the in-laws. Leadership. There's in-laws that have become a problem in people's marriages, but because the man is passive, he cannot stand up to the in-laws. The in-laws come and stay in the house with I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they come and stay in the house with the wife and order the wife around and do all of these things. But because someone somewhere is passive, they don't care. They let the wife deal with all of that, not saying anything. Maybe you're a people pleaser. Maybe you didn't know how to stand up to people.
For yourself.
But now that you're a man and you lead a household, it's time to step up and be like, no, my wife is breaking down.
My wife is number one.
Is priority.
Over my parents.
Yes.
I say that. Mama Eve, PJ, I love you so much, but my wife is before you now. And after my wife are my children. And then you come as extended family. Okay, you are you are extended
You see
now.
that video of like the nuclear, that video when people are like, what is she saying? When they said the, what is that family called?
Which one?
The close family. That podcast. Someone was speaking on a podcast,
Mm.
and then they said, my,
Maybe you can find it.
yeah.
But I was just saying, when you get married, the Bible says you leave your father and mother, you cleave to your wife. So you have to understand, your mom is your extended family now. Your father is your extended
siblings.
family now. Even you wives, your brother, your sister, they're extended. They're not your nuclear. Right now, you are starting a brand new family with your wife. You understand what I'm saying? You should consider your mom and dad like your cousins. Like you love them, you care for them, you be there for them. Anytime they need, you're there, you love. But guess what? They are not your primary goal. Your wife is now the thing that you need to build. And there's so many men in Uganda, and they're doing the opposite of that. They say, I'm bringing a daughter into the family. Yes, but remember, you're not bringing a you're not bringing a daughter into your father's house. You're bringing a wife into your house. You understand what I'm saying? A wife into your house to start a new legacy. So don't bring someone into your father's house, into your mother's house. That's the wrong thing. Bring a wife into your own house. And yes, she is their daughter, and she should respect them, and she should love them, and she should do what they ask. Of course, I'm agreeing with that. But remember, she's also your wife first. This is your first family.
take care of
So you have
her.
to take leadership in that. Women need to be taken care of. There are thoughts that they shouldn't be thinking. Thoughts of security.
Yeah.
Thoughts of
I don't care how rich she is. I don't care how powerful, strong, Proverbs 31 women. They still need that assurance,
yeah,
that care. Like,
as a man, we need to build up men who are strong that can take care of the things that women shouldn't think about. Like I have some things I say. Joanne shouldn't think about this. If she's thinking about this, I'm failing. And then it's okay. What do I need to start doing to make sure she doesn't have to contemplate this?
and it's not about money.
Sometimes it is about money.
I'm saying like
It's not only about money.
the general idea is not about.
It's like, okay,
Yeah, it's not about whether
my
you're-
boy needs to go and to the doctor. What doctor is he going to?
Yes.
Okay. My the house needs to be cleaned on the outside, like the leaves are falling down. Make sure that's taken care of. Okay, did she get, like, she have money to get all the food that we need? And I'm not saying you need to make all the decisions, but you need to take care of as much as you can. There are things that, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to say. Then I close this section. Your woman should feel like a princess. And anytime you find a woman that's very angry and nagging and you know that she's with a man that's not doing his part all the way. Because I've seen it. When you find a woman that's happy and she's always, like a princess, like she has no care in the world, it is because she's with a man that is handling his business. And I'm not saying it's gonna be like that all the time, but majority of the time. There are times where you have to be like, babe, this is gonna be a tough situation. You're gonna have to deal with me in this, and that's why we need strong women. But most of the time, she should know, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Emotionally.
So, yeah, emotionally taken care of. And let's get into that because that's point number 3. But how do you grade me?
Let's see. I'm kidding. I grade you. What was it again? B? No, you're
Passive
very-
leadership.
You are a
Joanne,
dictator. I'm kidding. You're in the extreme. I'm kidding. I'll give you a 10. No, a 9.
On leadership.
Yeah, on leadership.
Thank you so much for that. Also, in terms of like ministry and prayer, the Bible tells us that. Also, in ministry and stuff, the Bible tells us that we should be leaders. We're the priests of our wives. We should wash her with the word. So, God, you might say, I'm not a pastor, I'm not a deacon, no. But you are supposed to be the
Yeah.
spiritual foundation
Lead spiritually,
of your
man of God.
household. So
I'm
we have a
judging.
lot of women that are spiritual and they're trying to lead their husbands. It won't work. Kambagambe, you ladies that are watching, it won't work. It has to be God to touch that man. Anything you can do is pray for your man to really know God so that he can lead you in the best way, because it shows us in the scriptures that women need to be led spiritually, and it will do so much for your marriage. Point number 3 is you should never neglect emotional needs.
No, that was that one. Because we are emotional beings.
Oh, my
Women,
days.
we like very
Oh,
sensitive.
yes, you are. Sensitivity. May God bless
That's
you.
so funny.
May God bless you,
because I'm
baby.
trying to hold it in, but then it rubbed.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, we're very emotional beings, so we are tender. We everything goes to the heart. When they say guard your heart, for from within it flows issues of life, that's who they were talking about, because everything goes to the heart. So when a woman communicates, Josh, please, when a woman communicates that I'm hurting, I am not feeling well, I'm overwhelmed, I am all of this, just take the time and listen. We are very emotional beings, and we feel everything, we sense everything, and sometimes we just want to be heard. Like,
Yeah.
we talk a lot.
Not to be fixed, but to be heard.
Yeah.
I had to really learn this, and I'm still learning it. I don't. This will be one of my lowest scores, I think, because sometimes.
Let me tell you before you get a 6.
Ah, 6.
No, 7.
Okay. You know, if we,
A C.
I see. Okay. But this is what I'm saying.
Because you're like, one day you get it, and then it's like,
It's a very hard thing for me to do, to understand the emotions of Joanne sometimes, because I don't understand them. It doesn't make sense to me. But I'm learning to continuously just say like, okay.
Not just say,
But like to validate that even if I don't understand what
Those
you're
are
going
real
through,
feelings.
I understand that you really feel this way. Like, she says I'm sad, and I'm like, why are you sad? And she's like, she gives me a reason why she's sad, and I'm like, that shouldn't make you sad. Like, stop. But I'm like, I don't say stop. I say, tell me more, because I want to understand. But in my head, I don't understand, but I have to validate that this is actually how she feels. And I don't want to neglect you and make you not feel like I'm there for you emotionally. We have to be there for them emotionally. So it's not just giving them the money. It's not just helping them.
yeah, don't just
leave,
brush it off. Be like, you'll be okay.
Yeah. No. They need to vent it out. Someone did something at work. Can you believe what she did? I can't believe that she said that. And then I'm like, wait, she said what? I'm adding because I wanted to express. Because this is what I learned. Someone told me this. Men, they understand themselves by pondering and thinking and understanding the situation. Women understand themselves by talking. As they talk, they come to the conclusion. They can talk and they don't even know what they're talking about, but they need to get it out. And she said this, I said this. Then they find, that's why Joanne says, wow, I feel so much better after talking. I feel so much better after conversating. And you haven't done nothing. All you've done is be like listening. But as you're listening, you are just helping her, and she's being a good leader. So that's why we need to learn how to not neglect and just be like, what you're talking about makes no sense. What you're saying doesn't do nothing to nobody, but you have to take the time. I understand what you're doing. And this is a struggle for me, guys, because I'm also a communicator.
No, but also, Josh, like, you see
Yeah,
good
I'm
in
very
everything.
pragmatic.
Nice.
Common sense is my, common sense.
Logic.
Number 4 is don't prioritize work, hobbies, friends, things that you do
That friends one.
over her.
How do you?
Because the friends don't know everything about you, and friends are just for good times. Friends are for men and friends for women are different, because women, they sit and they talk, but friends, we just sit and we just enjoy each other's company. That is enjoyment.
But then if you make it a habit every day, every weekend, the time you have off, you're going, let me go and hang out with the boys. Let me go and hang out with the boys, my darling.
Yeah, that's not you.
You
speak first. Huh? Tell me how that would make you feel.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. We work from Monday to Friday or whatever you work. I don't know what times you guys work. But if you worked every day and the day we have off, you're going to go to your friends in the morning. You put up an agenda in the morning. I'm going to the boys' house to hang out with the boys. And you can't come back late. And if you have kids involved, meaning I had the kids all day on our day off, and you left me, you've probably come back full already. You don't want to eat. Yet I took the time to make dinner. Guys,
this is the thing. Sometimes the reason why it feels like we're prioritizing, because it's an escape, right? You're working all day, you want to come to a peaceful environment, and the wife is like,
But
hey,
who
help
is
me
the
with this,
who,
help
who
me with
is
this,
who
help
is
me with
to
this.
get the peaceful environment? And where is the woman going?
Auntie, the woman sometimes she wants her peace from the man, but the man also wants his peace from the woman. Like she wants.
It's a partnership.
It's a partnership. So I'm just.
So
This is
if
what I'm saying. So what we have to do is learn how to enjoy our wives. Okay, enjoy our wives. Do not see her as responsibility, or do not see her as just work partner, but find a place for her to be a good friend.
Yeah,
And also wives, you have to learn how to be good friends. If your man loves football, try and learn something. You only want to talk about emotions, you want to talk about good days, but try and learn something. Try and learn. Okay, is this who? Is this Ahmad? Is this Wayne Rooney? Is this Ronaldo? Try and get some kind of thing so that there can be enjoyment. But if any time that you are, at least Joanne watches football with me, by the way. She'll come and we'll watch.
Man, I have to go through the heartache, the emotional trauma.
We are 15th in the table. 1-5.
I have to.
When you look at the top 10, you have to go all the way down to find us. But but she's in it with you. So you gotta find something to enjoy together, not just work, not just trials, not just
Ugandan
building.
men, I feel like the whole thing of getting married is like
To just have a woman.
to just have a woman who is at home washing my clothes, taking care of the kids, getting me clean, cooking my food. It's like you
have
got yourself
a maid.
and everything else, that's her work. Everything else, you just, when it comes to enjoyment, she's nowhere in the conversation.
All you want is the physical intimacy, and that's your enjoyment with her.
We need to do better. Women, we want to be prioritized. We want to be seen.
Yeah, we want to be seen. We want to be loved. We want to be taken care of as women. And as men, we also need a place for enjoyment. We also need a place of fun. Let the house be a good place. You understand? But over everything, don't prioritize
your friends, your work,
your hobbies,
every day.
your hobbies.
I have to go. Make sure you set time aside for your wife. Not all the time everyone's calling you. There's a time that phones have to go off, sir.
Make a priority. Lastly.
No, we should end with that today.
That's 4?
Yeah. It's good. Next time we'll do 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We love you. We'll see you next time. Part 2 is coming up.